Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today we are playing a little bit of Azorius Laydown Arms Control. So this deck built around the card Laydown Arms, which is a 1 mana white mana sorcery that says exile target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of planes you control. Its controller gains 3 life, so it's a sort of pseudo Swords to Plowshares. And the good news for decks like this is that printed in Explorer Anthology 3 was the Battle for Zendikar land cycle. So we now have Prairie Stream, which is another dual land with the basic land type. So it adds 4 more planes to the deck. These are not the most powerful lands. They will not see much play outside of dedicated decks like this, but it is useful to have this addition to the deck. Just makes it a little more consistent. So as you can see, we're running 4 Hollowed Fountain, 4 Irrigated Farmland, 4 Prairie Stream, and 6 Plains. So we do have 18 white sources, which are plains, so that allows us to have a decent number in order to get the maximum value off our laydown arms. And then the rest of the deck is broadly as you'd expect from an Azorius Control deck, so a lot of counter spells and removal spells, but our finishers are 3 copies of the Wandering Emperor and 3 copies of Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. We're also running Shark Typhoon as well, so that's your kind of classic blue-white control Planeswalker and Shark suite of cards. And then the rest of the deck, as I say, is those kind of remove counter spells, so as well as the 4 laydown arms. Also got March of Otherworldly Light, which is a very versatile exile-based removal spell. Fateful Absence and Supreme Verdict and Farewell. So those are our kind of removal packages. So Supreme Verdict and Farewell are our kind of wraths of choice. And then we've got a whole load of counter spells as well. So we've got 2 copies of Censor, 2 copies of Make Disappear as their kind of unconditional but mana-based removal. Then we've got a Change the Equation, which is particularly good against red or green spells, which there are plenty of in the meta, which is why we're running it in the main deck. But even against a deck that isn't running either red or green, it can still be a useful counter spell for spells with mana value 2 or less. And then Dovin's Veto to deal with non-creature spells. 1 copy of Saw It Coming, and then 3 copies of Absorb. So those are our kind of counter spells, and then we're also running 3 Memory Deluge as our card advantage and card selection spells. So play it once, look at the top 4, take 2 from there, and then when you flash it back, look at the top 7 and take 2 from there. So that's that. And then, as I said, in the mana base, there's a lot of dual lands, which are also plains islands, a lot of basic plains, but we're also running a few basic islands, 3 copies of Field of Ruin to deal with problematic lands that the opponent controls, and then a Hall of Storm Giants and a Castle Ardenvale, which also act as giving us inevitability to win, and then a Castle Vantress and an Ottawara as well. Then in the sideboard, we've got additional kind of targeted removal with Divine Smite, so particularly good against black. And then we're also running Temporary Lockdown in the sideboard to bring in against decks that run lots of cheap creatures, so elves, goblins, that kind of thing. Rest in Peace is our graveyard hate of choice, and then we've got some additional counter spells, 1 Disdainful Stroke, another Dovin's Veto, 2 Mystical Disputes, and a Summary Dismissal. We're also running 2 copies of Chrome Host Seed Shark in the sideboard, so that's an additional creature that can be brought in that kind of is most kind of like a Shark Typhoon, but cheaper, and creates incubator tokens. Narset, Parter of Veils, can bring that in, and then the Angel package against aggro deck. So we've got 1 Boonbringer Valkyrie, 4/4 backup, 1 flying first strike lifelink, so almost exactly the same as Baneslayer Angel, just slightly better. And then Lyra Dawnbringer as well. So yeah, blue-white control, lay down arms, got some Prairie Streams. So yeah, let's see how this version of the control deck does in the on the ladder. And as always, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Keep that content coming. Always appreciate the support. And yeah, let's see how we go on with this. Okay. Oh, well, this isn't a very good hand. 3 copies of Teferi, no turn 1, 2, or 3 plays is probably not the best. That's decent enough. So let's pop back Field of Ruin for the time being. An irrigated farmland. Drop this into play. So our opponent is also on blue-white, though you tend to see a dark at wastes in spirits more than in control, but it's entirely possible they're also playing control. In which case this will be an exciting control mirror match for everyone. So I think we'll probably cycle the Shark Typhoon at the end of turn. Hopefully hit another land drop. Nope, not yet. Okay, that's not ideal. Okay, they have a shark of their own. So they are playing control. Pass the turn. Hold up another shark. Okay, so they're playing this version of the deck, which is fine. So let's make that disappear. So I don't want them playing a Lotus field. Goodness sake. Okay, that's 5-6 draws without a land. Let's pop another shark into play. Still no land. Aha, I see. Okay, it's going to be that kind of game, is it? Yes, you may have that. As I do not currently have the mana to cast more than one counter spell. Yep, not going to be able to do anything about that, so... Oh, that's a land, I suppose. Not a very interesting one, but it is a land. So I wonder if they're running Thespian Stage. I don't know if this version of Lotus Field actually runs Thespian Stage. Maybe it does. So it feels like we're pretty much super dead here, but let's... I mean, the lack of land has been rather annoying. I think we'll scoop this one up and go to game 2 and just hope for a better hand. So let's pop in Disdainful Stroke, Chrome Host Seed Shark, Mystical Dispute, Narset, and another Dovin's Veto. Let's take out Change the Equation, March of Otherworldly Light, Supreme Verdict, Farewell, And 1 laydown arms. Yep, that seems pretty reasonable. Sure. So we'll cycle Sensor at the end of turn. Chrome Host is an interesting draw. Do I want to play it is the question. No, I don't think so, not at this point. Let's absorb that. Now they're wondering whether they should fight over it. No, they're not going to. Fair enough. Okay, now I'm tempted to try and hit them with a Chrome Host. There we are, okay. Interesting. Yeah, why not? Used to be an incubator as well. So that resolved very quickly. Do they not have a counter spell? I don't know. Maybe they have an absorb or something. Let's make an attack. I'm feeling frisky. Nice. Okie dokie. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so what could we do here? So we could lay down arms on that, kill Teferi, attack for 5, play Wandering Emperor. I quite like all of this, so let's do that. Let's play the Emperor. Let's pump up our Chrome host. Turn this into a creature. Kill. I do like this card. I feel like it should see more play than it does. Okay, well, let's turn this into a creature. Let's offer them some pain. Okay, they're down to 2. We have a Dovan's Veto up, so hugely worried. Does that save them? Not really. Let's make a 3/3. There we are. Okay, good second game there. I'm pretty happy with this iteration of the deck now. Do we need anything else? Do we want our march back? No. Summary dismissal, exile all other spells and counter all abilities. Nah. We've got enough counter spells. 4 mana's too much. That's what you can do when you draw a decent hand that isn't just starved of land. Um. Yes, let's keep. It's not great, but it's keepable because it's got Dovin's Veto. And we've got lands to cycle. A lot of staring down the barrel at the moment. Yep, fair enough. If only Field of Ruin worked against Lotus Field, we'd be laughing all the way to the bank. But it doesn't, so we're not. Well, there's nothing we can do about it, so. But also, yes. So I have a lot of mana. So are we Emperoring or are we Memory Deluging? I think we should Emperor here. Plays around Mystical Dispute as well. What are they holding up? March of Otherworldly Light, maybe? So they've got 7 mana, but we've got enough counter spells that I'm not so worried about that at the moment. They do have 5 cards in hand. Yeah. Yeah. 5 cards is a lot. What can they do with it? Not much by the look of it. So is it worth... yeah, I'm going to Everyday Luge here. No fear. Fair enough. Don't like giving them a clue, but we do what we must in difficult times, etc., etc. 9 mana. 9 mana is a lot. Almost too much, you might say. Am I so fussed as to save that? Not really. Do we think they have another Shark Typhoon? If they do, it's a massive problem. Not by the look of it. Okay. I thought they were going to main phase use Castle Ardenvale there. I was excited. Now I'm not excited anymore. Yes, you may have that. Castle Vantress, I suppose. I quite like Shark Typhoon. We're whittling away their life total here. Let's keep them honest. Yeah, alright. No, I think we'll veto that. Don't really want them picking from 7. That would be too much. Too much indeed. Cycle a shark. Quite like our spot here, to be honest. Okay, I like our spot a lot. Let's hit them to 4. So if they got a verdict, it slows us down considerably, but doesn't save them in itself. Hard casting Shark Typhoon is a flex, and I don't like it. So I'm going to veto it. I hope you're okay with that. Okay, they do have verdict. Fair enough. Again, it doesn't stop us. Not field. Castle Vantress. Don't think we need another counter spell. It's very taxing on the brain these games. Take those 2. Okay, hit them to 1. Here's hoping. Okay, we like that. No, I saw that one coming, I think. Thank you. I had all 4 of their Lotus fields. 13 mana. It's a lot. Let's hit them with a Teferi just to really piss them off. Ooh, you public menace. But also no. Oof. Control mirror matches. Feel the need to go and lie down. We're on the draw. This is a pretty good hand. Opponent's on Gruul something. Yep. So let's lay it down. Make that disappear. Sure thing. So we could march this away. Just play Wandering Emperor. Quite like that, because we don't have a counter spell anyway. Hmm. Are we sharking or are we supreme verdicting? I think we are probably verdicting next turn, so let's do that. Well, they really are rocking the Bone Crusher Giants today. Let's lay down that's arms. Pass the turn. Let's pop a shark into play. Eat their 1/1. Pass the turn. Let's absorb that. Don't think they lose anything by attacking here. Yep. Like another shark. We like sharks. March of Otherworldly Light, Shark Typhoon for 1. Don't love it. Yep. Let's march that away. Sure. So cycling. 1. Okay. Okay, let's cycle our irrigated farmland. Cycle sensor. Yep, that'll do. That's a decent draw. So let's lay down arms. Let's attack. And then we've got the Emperor next turn. And we still have Farewell as a potential kill switch if we need it to be. Quite a grindy match, but I think we'll get there in the end. Actually, now they've played Lair of the Hydra, do I want to save the Emperor? The Acroan War. That's interesting. No, I think we'll drop the Emperor now then. Make it 2/2. May as well kill my 1/1. Don't have anything to lose. No, targeting me instead. Fair enough. Okay, well, let's make another. Okay, I have a 6/6. Sure. Do I block here? Probably should. It's Castle Vantress. Okay, so Fairie's got to be a decent one. See if they make the right block here. They did not. So let's drop a Teferi. Okay. I think they conceded prematurely there, but let's pop in our Angel package. Temporary lockdown. Is that good enough here? Probably not. Let's take out Farewell on the draw. One sensor. Anything else we're putting in? Chrome Host, maybe? Yeah, let's pop in Chrome Host Sea Shark. Take out these additional counter spells. Actually, let's take out Dove. Although that does stop Chariot. Let's keep in one Dovin's Veto. The other make disappear. I remain unconvinced by my life choices here, but 2 land. Marginal. Now it's quite bad. Okay, I mean, it was fairly typical that this would happen, but would be nice if it wasn't quite so depressing. Let's March of Otherworldly like that. What should we get rid of here? Let's get rid of Lyra. I mean, there are quite a lot of lands in this deck, so, you know. Apparently just none which are available for drawing. Yep. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, we are super dead here, probably. Yep. Let's just go to game 3. That stumble on mana was pretty fatal. Oh, I see. It's going to be one of those kind of games, is it? Well, I've got the irrigated farmland, so cycle this. Play Chrome Host. Pop a Hall into play. Let's not attack here. And these are going to be fairly short games. They're just getting massacred here by poor hand drawing. Need a verdict, really. Okay, Boombringer Valkyrie's pretty good, so let's drop that into play. Let's give this lifelink. Not sure it's going to be enough to keep us alive, but so let's see, they can make this an 8/8. Okay, got us to 5. It's not the worst. Okay, well, let's Fateful Absence that. Let's attack for 4. We must be dead here, surely. Surely we're dead here. Yeah. Oh, well. Just got very unlucky in that second game. So yeah, that is Lay Down Arms Control. Not bad, not bad. Had some poor mana land spell combinations there. But the deck did alright. Prairie Stream is a useful addition. So it's annoying how often it comes into play untapped, to be honest. It's really just not a very good land, but it does help lay down arms. So yeah, not bad, not bad, not a bad version of Control. So, as always, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.